What up, my doers and entrepreneurs? This your boy Dante, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Flip to Hold podcast, where we talk about everything from selling stocks, and blocks. But today, I want to touch on another real estate topic. And I went over this before, but when it comes to real estate, it's a lot of strategies and a lot of things you can do to make money. But this strategy right here actually changed my life. So stick around, I'm gonna tell you how. Now, what I'm about to talk about is pretty basic. Now, if you're interested in real estate, I'm pretty sure that you came across what I'm about to tell you, because it's basically no real estate transaction can go through, and it always starts with a contract. So every real estate transaction starts with the contract. Now, what I'm talking about is wholesaling. Now, if you're into business, or if you've been into entrepreneurship and looked into it, done any research, you came across the word wholesale. Yes, this is the same thing as wholesaling socks, or wholesaling a car, or buying anything wholesale. The difference is you actually don't have to purchase the asset that you can flip. I hope that makes sense. So what I'm saying is, in real estate, if you could find a property and speak with the seller, but you have to make sure that the seller is motivated. It can't just be a situation where you just talk to somebody. You're going to have to do this a lot. You're going to have to speak to a lot of sellers. You're going to have to find a lot of properties. It's a process. Now, I know you probably get into this and you get up to like 15, 20 addresses, and you like, whoa, I know we about to get some money. Yes, you might get lucky. I did. I got lucky my first time. And probably like the fifth person that I talked to, I ended up getting the deal and making $3,000 off of that. But that's not the case. After that, it was really hard to get my second deal and my third deal. And what I had to do was come up with a system. But what I'm saying is, in order for you to get a contract, to assign, that's what you call it. You got to assign the contract to an end buyer. But let's start with you finding the property. So you find the property, and you take down the address. You ended up contacting the homeowner. Now, what you want to do, you want to, besides what you can see outside of the property, you really want to get the condition of the property. So first you want to see if the person is even interested in selling. So if they are interested in selling, the best thing to do is to set up an appointment with them to come do a walkthrough. And through that walkthrough, that's where you find out what's the condition of the property. Now, the condition of the property, in order for you to make the most money, so the worse condition, the more money that you can make, or at least lock that contract in. Because what matters is the after repair value. And that's determined by the comparables in the neighborhood. But if the property needs a lot of work and is beat up, then the ARV is not the same. Well, your offer is not the same as the ARV. So it's basically, once you go in, you get the condition of the property, and that gives you room to negotiate with the seller. So if the property, let's just say it's a hoarder house, so it has a whole bunch of stuff in the house, the roof hasn't been updated in 20 years, the bathroom hasn't been updated, the kitchen is outdated. And I mean, if it's a hoarder house, it's probably hard to see that. But 9 times out of 10, if it's a hoarder house, it's a lot of stuff under the stuff that you can see, which is bad for the property. And I've seen it myself. It's always bad. But sometimes, it's not too bad when it comes to hoarding. Besides mold and stuff like that, you probably got to do some new drywall and stuff in there. But once you find out what's the condition of the property, you want to know also how soon do they want to sell? because that's important. Now, if the person is like, I need to sell tomorrow or yesterday, and they letting you know a million reasons why they need to sell the property, then you have a good chance of locking it up a deal and making you a nice assignment fee. And if they want to, if you talk to the seller and they just say, hey, yeah, I'll sell it, everything's for sale, then that's not really motivation, because you want to find out why they want to sell. That's why the timeline is important. And when you asking about the condition and the timeline, is really a conversation starter just to get them to open up to my next part, which is the motivation, because you don't want to know why they want to sell, not just the obvious answer. And I wish I could just like give you every single scenario, but I can't do that today. So, I mean, it's a lot of videos about it. I actually have a video where I go in a lot more details. I just been getting asked, what is it that I do in real estate, which I actually have done flips. I own rental properties, but wholesaling is my main source of income as far as real estate. But yeah, you just got to find out what is wrong. I mean, why they want to sell their property, because everybody's situation different. It could be just a foreclosure. It could be an inherited property. They could have just been going through a divorce. They might just own a property and tired of being a landlord. Just a lot of situations where you just want to find out. That way you can help them the best way you can, because that's the business that we in. A lot of people just see this and think that, you're just going to make a big check, which you will. But I mean, we obviously are in the helping business. We in the sales business more than we are in the real estate business. So you have to understand that. And another thing that you have to do is find out what the price is. Now, the price is where, like everything that I just mentioned earlier, that's what helps you come up with the best price. Now, if you want to learn how to run comps, I got a video about that, a quick and easy way to run comps. Now, in real estate, like I said, it's a lot of ways, there's a lot of tools, there's a lot of tricks, there's a lot of stuff, but I'm giving you the basic stuff that you need to in order to make it. But we want to run the comps on that property, and then that'll give you your ARV. Let's just say the house is worth $100,000, but the house needs, let's just say $20,000 in work, or work worth of rehabs and repairs. And then you want to make about $20,000 off of it. So right there, you have $40,000, or the buyer, because what we do, we automatically, well, this market right now, so we automatically offering, let's just say the house was in perfect condition. We never offer more than 70%. So in this scenario, the house worth $100,000, but we're going to take off 30% automatically, which leaves $70,000. So the house needs $20,000 worth of work, which takes that down to $50,000. So your offer right now is at $50,000. But this is, like I said, you are signing this contract, so this will be going to an end buyer. So the end buyer will be happy with that, but how you gonna get paid? That's where you take off another $5,000, $10,000, and now that's what we call an MAO, max allowable offer, maximum allowable offer, MAO. So your MAO on this property is $40,000. Now you get this under contract. You got the seller, they really agree with you, and you got it under contract for $40,000. Then you go to a RIA. That's a real estate investment association. They got them everywhere across the United States, probably in other countries too. I don't know. But you can also go to biggerpockets.com. You can go to Facebook groups in your local area, not the big national groups. You want to find everything locally in your area because you want to find buyers. You can even go to the sheriff auction in your town. These people actually looking for a property today. So that's a really good tip for you. But no matter where you find the buyers, you want to find the buyers, and then you want to open up escrow. You go to once you get the contract, you open up escrow. After you open up escrow, I mean, right away you want to find you a buyer and get on that, but you know, that's the order. You open up escrow, and then you're gonna get you a buyer. And you sell that, you get it under you putting it under contract with them for $50,000. They paying all of the closing costs. They paying for everything. All you did was found the property, negotiated, and really just did all of the hard work and the beginning hard work, because a flip, depending on the investor strategy, if this is a flip, it's definitely not sweet. But this is the real hard part: finding the deals, negotiating with the sellers, and getting them to understand why you need the property at a real good discount. But the best way to do that is to find their real problem and help them with their real problem. But after you open up escrow, then you get your buyer. You got your buyer in this property. You got it under contract for $40,000. They got it. I mean, you flip it to them for $50,000. They got to close within 2 weeks. They got to put at least $2,500, $5,000 down earnest money, because you already opened up escrow with your title company or attorney, depending on what state you in. Where I'm at, we got attorneys, but they pretty much do the same job. But once you open up escrow, you get that thing under contract. They drop that earnest money. You just got to sit back and wait. Usually it take about 30, 45 days. I mean, we say 2 weeks, but it really depends on the title search. When they do their title search, all type of stuff can pop out and pop up, taxes and liens, and just destroy the deal. But I don't want to scare you from that. Just go through the process and you'll see, man. But I hope I taught you something. This was really random. I just had to get on here and answer the question. Usually I'll be a lot more organized with my whole podcast and stuff, but I just wanted to get this information out there. I know I'm rambling and stuff, but I tried my best to get it in order without all of my notes and stuff. So just stay tuned. Y'all know this is your boy Dante, Mr. Flip the Hold, and let's get this money, baby.